It's truly sickening how Biden is going to pretend to care about these aid workers who were murdered by the Israeli government while continuing to fund and arm the Israeli government so that they can continue to kill more innocent people. If the Biden administration truly cared about what was going on, they would be stopping imports of weapons to the Israeli government. They would stop funding the Israeli government and they would put sanctions on the Israeli government for their war crimes because it is a war crime to murder aid workers.
Overnight, President Biden paying tribute to the 7 World Central Kitchen aid workers killed in a series of Israeli airstrikes. They were brave and selfless, he said of the victims, including 33-year-old Jacob Flickinger, a dual U.S.-Canadian citizen, seen here on a mission in Mexico. President Biden adding Israel has not done enough to protect aid workers.
So, Biden, what are you going to do to force the Israeli government to stop murdering aid workers? Because there's been over 200 aid workers killed by the Israeli government. Biden is not going to do nothing. He's just going to continue to give them money and arms.
Incident is emblematic of a larger problem.
This is like our.
And this just goes to show that the United States doesn't care if Americans are killed by the Israeli government.
The volunteers, part of Chef Jose Andres' effort to get food to Gazans on the edge of famine. Writing in the New York Times, Andres describing them as the best of humanity. They are not faceless or nameless. They are not generic aid workers or collateral damage in war.
But that's how the defenders of the Israeli government see it. It's just collateral damage. It's just war. Or they want to claim that they're Hamas aid helpers and stuff like that. The defenders of the Israeli government are truly sick individuals.
Urged Israel to stop blocking food deliveries to Gaza and highlighted Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's comment about the strike. This happens in war. Israel's top general overnight announcing findings of a preliminary investigation into the attack.
It was a mistake that followed a misidentification at night during a war in a very complex condition.
What a baseless excuse, especially when the Israeli government says that they have the technology to identify the Nike shoe from their drones and aircrafts. So they knew who these people were, especially since they were giving their location to the IDF. So no, it wasn't a mistake. They were assassinated.
NBC News located each of the destroyed aid vehicles, finding they were attacked in at least 3 strikes over a 1.5 mile length of coastal road. World Central Kitchen says the cars were clearly marked with its logo, and their movements coordinated with Israel's military ahead of time.
So yes, the IDF knew who these people were, they knew where they were at, and they still decided to kill the aid workers because the IDF loves killing aid workers.
An Israeli government spokesman.
Israel tells the world that its strikes are based on precise intelligence, that it takes measures to make sure there are not civilians in the area. How can that possibly be true, given what happened here?
Yeah, especially when they continually say that anytime they kill innocent people, it's a mistake. Like, they're obviously lying.
There's a war going on. It's a war zone, and in every war, sadly, tragically, mistakes happen, and we do our very utmost to avoid those mistakes.
World Central Kitchen.
Right. So you've made 200 mistakes so far. Why haven't you corrected yourself after the first mistake of killing aid workers? You didn't.
Pausing its Gaza aid operation for now, with 3 of its food ships turning back to sea. Several other aid groups doing the same. A major blow to the humanitarian effort when it's needed most.
And we're learning that 2 days before that deadly airstrike, World Central Kitchen believes an Israeli sniper shot at one of its vehicles. The bullet damaged a wing mirror. No one was hurt, but the aid group did file a complaint to the Israeli military. We asked the